Hello everyone, I hope you're having a good day. Welcome back to the channel. Today I'm going to be giving you some tech news that has recently surfaced. I want to start off with AMD. So the lineup I'm talking about today is the Ryzen 4000 Renoir APUs. This is built on AMD's Zen 2 architecture, but since their APUs are a generation behind their CPUs, they will be built off the Renoir architecture, which is based off Zen 2, and it will include Vega graphics. Today I want to talk about the Ryzen 3 Pro 4350G, the Ryzen 5 Pro 4650G, and the Ryzen 7 Pro 4700G. To start off on the lower end, the Ryzen 3 Pro 4300G is a 4-core, 8-thread part with a base clock of 3.8 gigahertz and a boost clock of 4.10 gigahertz, and it pulls 65 watts like the rest of the Pro G lineup. The next part is an AMD Ryzen 5 Pro 4650G, and it is a 6-core, 12-thread part with a base clock of 3.7 gigahertz and a boost clock of 4.3 gigahertz. And the final top tier APU is the Ryzen 7 Pro 4700G, which is an 8-core, 16-thread part with a base clock of 3.6 gigahertz and a boost clock of 4.45 gigahertz. I've also attached the architecture here. The Renoir APUs are supposed to be built on a monolithic die, which is different from the Zen 2 architecture, where there are separate dies to make that chip up. This is all going to be on one die, which should decrease latency between the different parts of the processor. And you can see that there will be, on this die, you will see there are 8 graphical compute units and there are 8 CPU units on this die, so I'm assuming that this would be the 4750G. Moving on, there's a new AMD GPU that has just been released today. MSI recently launched the RX 5600 XT Gaming MX graphics card. This is supposed to be a lower clocked version of the Gaming and Gaming X series graphics cards, with a base clock of 1100 megahertz and a game clock of 14 megahertz with a boost of 1560 megahertz. And other than that, I believe this card will be the exact same. It will feature a dual fan cooling method, and it will include 3 display ports and 1 HDMI port. And this is quite common where manufacturers, after the GPUs launch, they'll go back several months later and they'll release different versions of that card, different variations with lower clocks, higher clocks, better cooling, more efficiency on the power draw. So this is really just basically a 5600 XT with some cut down clocks. Final piece of news today concerns TSMC. TSMC is officially the world's largest semiconductor manufacturer. This is probably because of AMD and Apple. Apple switched to TSMC completely this year to make their custom SoC 5nm chips, and AMD of course produces both 5 and 7nm CPU, APU, and GPUs from TSMC's processors. So TSMC doing very well this year. I certainly see this continuing in the future if they would let NVIDIA back in, but as of now, I don't really know if TSMC wants much to do with NVIDIA after they kind of kicked into the curb this year and then begged to go back. And this is another video for another time, but yesterday I saw Moore's Law is Dead released a video, and it was about the 3000 series in trouble and how AMD might take the crown for this GPU competition that is going to be going down in September. So that'll be exciting to see. As more leaks come out, I'll be covering that, and I cannot wait to show you guys more. So let me know what you think of this video. Let me know if you have any content you'd like to see in the future, and leave that in the comments down below.